constantly in online events, just winning event after event after event, just basically going event for event with Penguin for the most part. I really think we have a collision course already set for our winners and grands. We'll have to see how the rest of this plays out. We're going to be going through losers for a little bit as well, and we're actually going to be looking at Squantos versus MSB. Oh, yeah, sorry. I see the follow Squantos. Kusi versus MSB, the mix-up, man. I got mixed. It's late and I'm getting schmixed, and I'm not even playing.
That's just Kusi's mix-up game in a nutshell, right? But part of it is like we've gotten the chance to see Kusi fight against a lot of like the online guard lately because of how well he's been doing at the ROCS events. But because MSB hasn't been playing in any of those, this is actually something that I'm seeing for the first time as these two go against each other. That being said, I know this matchup's pretty rough for Crag. Like historically, I've seen Ori's give MSB a really hard time. Pretty much as the one character. But
sometimes it's the simple stuff that'll do it, man. Jab, jab, up smash. That's your first stock.
There we go. MSB just setting up with... Ooh, okay. Kusi covering up that neutral air.
Taking a little bit of damage there.
I love the patience that Kusi has in terms of the edge guard. The DI by MSB was pitch perfect there, and it didn't matter in the end. Oh
Unbelievable. God. Unbelievable play.
Okay.
Words fail me from that. Incredible play there from Kusi.
All right. Kusi using the weaving that Ori's got even now against everything else, right? It's just have the charge, weave in and out of your opponent's space with punish, and get yourself a meaty, a really good combo.
Oh my god.
And up
little jab check. Great recognition from Kusi too. Doesn't try to overextend when he saw the parry animation.
I also like the fact that MSB thought to jab check, because last time he did nair, right? Which is already like a safe-ish move, and he recognized that this is a position that Kusi is fine parrying in. I need to think that
lots of DI in there at the start of this stock from Kusi. That's a quick 40 for MSB.
Ooh, beautiful tech off that back air. All right. This is tough. He's done.
Yep, just barely out of the range.
All right. Kusi at 50%. This is ethereal gates, but you look at the weight differential and you realize that Ori's actually pretty close to dying.
With some of the wild setups we've seen from MSB, like you can see something nutty happen and just be like, oh yeah, that's expected. However, these edgeguard situations, things get really rough. He is so low right now, and the tower disappearing on him. His platform, his saving grace, failing him at the key moment, and that's going to be game one for Kusi.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just being caught. Like, the fact that Kusi was ready to pressure that pillar immediately got him so much of that position, and I wish I noticed what actually caused the tower to self-destruct, because I wasn't sure whether or not that was something that, like, Kusi hit it and made it go, because I feel like he didn't. But
I think it just went too low.
In any case, though, that's
from the looks of it, like it looked like it was parallel with the blast zone for a moment there, and then just landing on it was enough to push it below it.
You know, it might have been that. Yeah.
Because I mean, you had Sign and Ori both way too high to cause any impact with it, and then just a difference of a couple frames really, causing MSB to lose that first game.
Yeah. Oh, so he wall jumped off his pillar, and then because he had already used his pillar, and then he was out of all resources at that point because he couldn't double jump again, so all he had was that extra little bit of a hop.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Steven. It's always good to have a critical eye, being able to watch everything. But moving onward onto game 2, then we're gonna have Tower of Heaven as the pick for MSB. MSB was in control for most of that game, except for that edgeguard at the very end. Which kind of shows like a lot of the hazard in this match is just how suddenly Ori can put up so much pressure out there in a place where normally MSB is super comfortable to exist.
And you even look at the second stock really, where MSB was playing pretty comfortably on the second stock, only to have Kusi actually have a pretty long extended edge guard, leading to him not being able to recover more than actually just taking the stock. So, you know, it's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that offstage harassment being where Ori's gonna make this matchup a real pain. Oh,
Great weight.
Pop in the job. Okay. The fact that I had to hold my breath for Ori hitting Crag with up air. You know? Like...
Well, and even there, I mean, that was Kusi preparing for MSB to tech off that backer to begin with.
Yeah.
Really great spot there to just be ready for the miss.
Ooh, I kind of like the idea between... Oh, that was meant to be a waveland, I see.
Wow. Into the sign, off the sign, into an off-stage sequence. Bye! See you later!
Once again, ready for that tech and ready for the DI that comes right afterwards, too. Having the assurance to find the bash. And now, pretty much like a stock and a half at this point, 127%. And keeping it going literally the same setup. Barely doesn't find it.
So close on that. Great fair, though. But still a stock to go, and this is much like we saw with Zaro versus Fullstream. This is another one of those new school versus old school player matchups right now.
Like speaking of new school, like Squanto enrolled like 2 weeks ago, if you think about it, right? Like Kusi, yeah, Kusi like literally just showed up at this top level of play and just able to dance with everybody. It's so crazy.
I actually ran into him on Quick Play the other day. Had to play against his Crag, and it did not go well.
His original main. Wow. that sounds tough. Yeah. Oh, here we go. MSB
okay, 99%.
You know, that's actually something that I didn't even consider until you just brought that up, is the fact that because Kusi was earlier a Crag main, I think that does account for a lot of how well he's playing around MSB, on top of just Ori's speed and everything else, is just his first-hand experience with that character and knowing what Crag is looking for.
How he like dive bombs those pillars too. Like he knows the common positions for him. He's ready for it. He's like, I need to be able to put a hitbox out right here, and this is how I'm able to affect this more.
Yeah. And so Kusi now up 2-0 against MSB. This is down in losers, so MSB potentially going to be exiting the tournament if he doesn't find a way to pull this together.
It's back against Rock Wall, and that's where we're headed.
Okay, this is I don't know. We've seen what Kusi was doing on the stage against Squanto in the previous set, so I'm pretty scared. Yeah, a reminder.
Of course, this set will determine who's going to be our first 5th place position.
Who gets to move on to loser semis. Kusi just kind of picking and running away from MSB right now. Not really having the confidence in any corner carry.
Look at that, every time, just immediately dive bombs that pillar.
There we go! Because like part of that is also Squanto.
Oh, I'm sorry. G-Pick, did you see the teabag from Squanto too? Or Kusi too?
I was just wanted to point out like the option coverage is really beautiful, but yeah, he also covered a little bit with a taunt at the end there. Yeah.
My man, fully feeling himself right now. Only 41% on the stock. You see MSB already at 102. Gonna be a big F smash there. What's the edge guard?
Oh, that's in and then breaking the pillar to force free fall on Kusi. Okay, there you go, MSB.
Using the bash to throw the rock at just a terrible angle. MSB managing to avoid it though. And like the thought, okay, so break this down with me for a second. You saw MSB actually prep there for Kusi to dive bomb him. It was the first time we haven't seen him, and then he had to then use his double jump back because the pillar fell too low, and then Kusi was just sat there with an F smash. Brilliant mind game.
I mean, we saw Kusi have that same awareness against Squanto as well. Remember, the one time Squanto went high, he was ready to cover it with the up strong. So he has a really good sense of when even these veteran players have felt enough pressure to swarm and do something different, something riskier. Waiting for the tech. Not going to find anything further off of it. Can MSB on his last stock, he really has to get as much as he can when he finally gets these corner advantages.
Ooh, big dash attack out of the corner though. And another one.
Doing it again, I think expecting a jump in as the escape. Doesn't find it. The sign tap.
In hand.
Oh boy, this is tough. We just have to sign charge. Just simple stuff.
Up air. The up air off of the side, and it just wasn't ready. And from what was a just tough mistake game 1 into Kusi just running wild for a 3-0 over the stalwart MSB. Absolutely phenomenal showing from Kusi.
Kusi's been in top 3 the past couple online events for a reason. Like he really can go like against Penguin and Zaro at this point. He beat Zaro just like a couple events ago too.
Yep.
Like he's just really fantastic lately. We're gonna go though. Yeah.
To continue on the trend of old school versus new school, our other losers quarters, the winner of which will be playing against Kusi, is going to be Mentos versus Fullstream.
Had the Mentos as one of these other incredible standout players with recent performances, but